The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Good morning. Welcome to the ladies' room. I'm Brenda.
It's your girl, KB.
Hi, Morris Media Live Studio. It's Friday.
Yes.
Oh my God, this was a trying week.
It was.
With just a lot of different things happening. Good things, because I feel that whatever happens in your life, whether it appears to be positive or negative, we always have to get a lesson.
Right.
But I want to go into my Lady of the Week today. And
Let's get into it.
I'm so proud. I believe we already discussed her, but I think she's worthy of another conversation.
Who is that?
Michelle Obama, okay? Michelle is out here on that blazing that trail. She is doing her thing. She has this new book out called Becoming. She is hitting it like nobody else. I mean, we could go into her history and her past. We all know that.
Right.
But what I'm more excited about is the fact that she is allowing us the opportunity to enter into her world to understand how to move forward with a positive, productive attitude and mentality, because it is our mindset that moves us.
Right.
And I think she's just the bomb, totally. And I love that through the whole presidential run with her and her husband, there was no drama about her. No drama.
Well, we have to read the book to find out for sure.
No. She had her own. I read some excerpts out of it, and she did have her own issues with. One of them was really, really, really surprisingly, she was feeling some type of way because she had to share her husband with the world.
And that's not easy to do.
Please, we don't even want to share it with a side chick.
That's a little different. But
I'm just saying, kind of use it is. But I'm using that just to say that we don't want to share.
Right.
But to share your husband with the entire world, she had some real inner feelings about that. And it affected her. But she pushed through it and she did what she was supposed to do as a first lady. But I think it is a book worthy of reading and that we all should support her. Right. When I say support her, I don't mean financially support her, but buying the book and
reading
But
it.
I mean, just support that ideal of the freedom of women and our mindset and who we are, because we are some powerful creatures and we have to understand that. And it takes a lifetime sometimes to get it. Some ladies get it early. 25-year-old Khadijah Hall, early.
Amber Benford, she'll be 22 Monday.
Okay, early.
Early.
Understand what this process is and knowing who you are.
Right.
So I'm going to push it over to you, but I just wanted to say that I love her. I really was upset that we didn't get to go to her.
To the book tour. That would have been nice.
Yeah, at the forum yesterday,
right.
But it was a lot of things that had to happen. It wasn't just purchase a ticket.
Right. And I'm pretty sure that we can learn, definitely get the book. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot that we can learn from that, her life experiences.
Exactly. Anybody?
And yeah, it's like someone to look up to and someone we can definitely learn from.
I'm so excited about getting the book and reading it. And once I do, I'm definitely come back to it and just share it, because I think that's one of the things that we have to understand, how important to have a Black mentor, woman of status.
With so much class and
style, and that can be honest and open. Because here's the key. We can all tell a story, but usually it's tailored to fit the situation. And I'm not going to say, for me personally, I'm not going to lie to you, but there may be a couple things I might not say.
Right.
So, but to be open and to say it without fear, or to say it just to embrace society.
Here's the truth.
Yes, the truth. I appreciate that. So who is your Lady of the Week?
My Lady of the Week is Ursula Burns. Okay. She's the first African-American woman to lead a S&P 500 company since 2010. She served as a Xerox CEO. Yeah, she's helped generate $18 billion.
Okay.
With adjusted earnings per share. I can't even get it
Get together.
Per share.
It's okay.
No, but that's something that we have been discussing that we wanted to do, get into the whole stocks.
And so, but she did her thing, and what else?
She did her thing. So that made, that inspired me, because I definitely want to get into that. We got to get somebody in here to help us.
Yeah,
get on that. And after 6 years of serving the CEO, she's going to retire. Okay. Because the company's going to split into 2 different companies. But one thing that really grabbed my attention was a quote by her. And the quote goes, "Dreams do come true, but not without the help of others, a good education, a strong work ethic, and courage to learn. In the world that is changing, the best way to change is to do it." The best way to change it is to do it. No. And we always talk about change. We have to do it. That's something that's very necessary.
And I totally have been battling with our society, where we are now, and that what is the steps that's necessary to make a change. But there are so many areas that change is so necessary until I'm going to have to pinpoint one, because I think we all have to pick up these sticks and fight. And fight for what is right for women, what is right for people, for humanity itself. But most of all, women.
Right.
Because we played a part in this society without being
so long
without being completely acknowledged of the greatness that lives inside of us.
True.
And I think that starts with us understanding our purpose. And I'm just hats off to Dolly for saying,
Know who you are on purpose.
Know who you are on purpose. Because our purpose, once we identify with that, then we can make a plan and we can move forward. It's just, there are people who are constantly in your life to remind you of all the things that you did wrong. All the time. There's somebody somewhere around the corner that can remember something.
The wrong that you did, but not the good that you did.
I remember when you didn't have a place. I remember when, when you take that in and process it, I learned that you have to eliminate those thoughts, and you have to put in, when someone says something that you did that was not right, and according to their eyes, because I do believe that every decision we make in this life, at that moment of making that decision, it's the right decision. It may not pan out to be the right decision later, but at that moment when you're making it, you like, okay, I have this, that, or this, and you choose.
In that moment in time, it might have been the right thing, but later on down the line, it probably would,
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So when someone is telling you what you're not doing and who you're not, you always have to remember the things that you have done that were correctly done.
Right, always remember who you are, no matter what. Nobody's perfect. Every decision that you make is not going to benefit the other person. It might not even benefit you at that moment.
Exactly.
But you are who you are.
And that's important. Right. And I have the opportunity to just read another book this week. It was called Go Get It.
I like the title.
Yeah, it's called Go Get It. And it's a really small book. I read this book in one day. One day.
I would have read it in 30 minutes. It's
okay. I got you. It's no problem. I appreciate that. Speed reader. But this book was so inspiring. I mean, and I got it at just the right time in my life, because I was, having these moments, rocky moments. And I'm like, what is going on? Because I wasn't really sure, but as I picked the book up and I read it, it brought me back to my surety. It brought me back to who I am. And one of the things I really love that it said in there, it said, don't let the pains of the past infect you, but have the power of the present affect you, and the possibilities of the future direct you.
Oh,
so I thought that was really cool. Oh, yeah, I want to say this book was written by Dr. Dwayne E. Shiggs. And I just think this brother is so awesome. And the things he say in the book, it's a real simple read. And it's just all motivational. It's all inspiring. It's for you to dig deep and find out who you are. It's for you to exercise who you are. Because we exist here with, we do our daily runs. We take care of our families, children, all this and that. But take care of yourself. Know who you are. Trust yourself. Understand that this life is a growing process and that we are here for transformation. We're here to grow.
Right.
We're here for, just like the little butterfly, the caterpillar.
Right.
It's the lowest crawling insect, but it turns out to be the most beautiful
butterfly.
flying wings, and it's flying all over the place. So we have to know who we are on purpose. We have to love ourselves. We have to understand that this is our life, and every single thing that we do, we have the right to make whatever decisions we want to make. But we do have to always remember that we do have choices.
Yeah, we got to make
We have
every day
choices.
count,
We have
too.
choices. And anything that happened in my life, it was a choice that I made. And I
Right.
have to stand up and take responsibility for that, whether it panned out the way I wanted it to or not. It was a choice that I made for whatever reasons. Because sometimes our choices are made through our own selfish motives, and I can admit that.
Sometimes.
And then sometimes we're making choices out of fear.
Right.
And then sometimes we're making choices depending on others.
Right.
You can be in a family setting. And for me, I wanted to maintain my family setting because I had children, and I wanted them to know that Black people can exist and that we can be a family, and that you can see it from a different perspective, not a single household parent or, something's going on, something always bad happening. No.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, what I have learned over everything is that you really have to make choices that are going to really benefit you.
Right.
That's really going to benefit you. That's going to make you happy. That's going to make things settle within you. Why should you have to live with all the uneasiness?
Right. I was going to say, ideally, that's a good, setting.
Yeah, yes.
But the reality part of it, it's not always a good setting. You know what I mean? So
No, it's not. And we'll go deeper into that in the weeks to come, because we are
Right.
really going to talk about, dig into self. We're going to dig into relationships, and we're going to dig into a lot of things that we haven't touched yet.
Right. Well, we got to do it.
We have to.
We have to, because it's, it's real. It's happening every day.
It's happening.
We live it.
We live it. We live it.
Yeah.
And just to be completely honest, and it's sometimes for me, it's difficult to draw that line between what do you want to share, what do you need to share, what should you share. But at this point in my life, I've come to the realization that the best thing for me to share at this moment is just truth.
Right.
It's just truth, because that's the only way somebody else will be able to grow, because they could be going through what
Right.
I went through, or to know that someone has an understanding of what they're going through is sometimes,
Especially women, because
Yes.
I think we all go through it.
we go through a lot of
there
different
comes
things.
a point when you question, like,
Absolutely.
right?
Why?
What's really going on?
No, when I read that book, I'm telling you, it just inspired me. I had a whole journey off of that book.
Right.
But you also have a book to
I
share.
also have a book. It's called From Compton to Congress, and it's by William Tucker Walter Tucker III. He's a pastor of a church, and we're going to have him in here as a guest, and he's going to, the book is basically about From Compton to Congress. So I don't really want to give it away. I'll let him come in and speak on it, but it's a good read. I didn't finish it. I just started.
But that's okay.
But no, it's a really good read. It's a really, really good read.
And if it's interesting and it's giving information and knowledge, it's always a thing to
Right.
share so that someone can pick up on something, because we don't understand the process.
Yes.
And I think that if we, as African American people, really understood our political process, we might make different decisions
I
on
really
who
do
we
think
allow
so.
to be in office, and the importance of voting, and just understanding all the things that are happening around us.
And with so many women nowadays being involved in Congress, I think that you're going to see a better, I just think you're going to see a better law system, just better overall infrastructure
No,
of
for real,
how things are
seriously.
being ran. I'm just saying.
No, I want to believe that, but I was a little discouraged with the young lady.
The real or the deal.
Yes, I was really discouraged by the young lady who said it was okay for the what was the gentleman named that's now in the Supreme Court for life?
Oh, the judge.
Yes,
I
when she
forget his name. But
supported that.
you're gonna have some women. I mean, just like with anything, you're gonna have some people that's gonna make a change, and some people that want just things to stay the same. You know what I mean? So,
but
you gotta take the good with the bad.
No, and that's true. But here's the other thing that's really just gnawing at me a little bit here, is that we as women, when she made that decision, we all should have been wherever she was at and let her know that, you know what, that was
That's not
wrong.
cool.
That,
Yeah.
what happened? What made you make that decision? Explain it completely and thoroughly and be honest. Did you
Right.
make a deal?
Right.
Or is this real? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But something happened in order for her to do that, and that affects everyone, not just her.
Not just her, right.
So, and then it was evident that he did A, B, and C, and I don't think the other young lady would have came out the woodwork with her story if it wasn't no truth to it.
Right. Right. Well, it is very sad news. Did you hear about Miss Kim Porter?
Oh, my, yes.
She died at 47 years old. 47. You know,
Yeah.
she was a model and an actress, mother of, longtime girlfriend of P. Diddy Combs, and the mother of 3 of his children, the twins, and was it King? Christian.
Yeah.
Then she had a son by Albie Shore as well.
That was really sad news. It was
47.
It was very heartbreaking just for her with her little girls. You know, we have watched them develop and grow, and for them to be, their mom to be away from them, the little girls, you know, that's really traumatic. And
Even
they're really
son,
young.
though,
Yeah, Kristen's 20. Not that it makes a difference. It's still your mom.
Right.
It's nothing. But you've had 20 good years
with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would just really want to know what the cause of death really was.
Well, right now they haven't confirmed anything.
Right. They said pneumonia, but I'm just feeling like...
They say cardiac arrest, but you don't really die from cardiac arrest.
Well, you could because it means your heart...
Well, I mean, it stops, but...
Something made it stop.
Right.
Something happened. So, I mean, it's all speculation. And just in the... I will not really say what I really want to say just for the respect out the family. But I do think that, that's going to be a really hard one. And I feel my condolences go out to the... Puffy.
And we're praying for the families.
For his, my condolences go out to him for his family. But, they're going to pull it together.
Yeah.
There's no choice.
Right.
There's no choice.
But that just made me think, wow, only 47. Like, we got to live our best life. We got to be happy. Because, life is short. And not just because it's happened to her, but when you look at it.
It's a reality check.
Life is really short.
It is. And you never know.
Right.
Because we are all born to die. It's just a matter of when and how. But at the same time, 47 is considered extremely young.
Yeah.
Extremely young. And that's why I'm just so... pneumonia, like that's something you could have cured.
Right.
If that's what the true E! Hollywood story is. But I'm just sad for her because she was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
And her family is beautiful. And we had an opportunity to meet her, one of her boys, which was Christian. And he was absolutely stunning and beautiful.
Yeah.
So, but they're in good hands. God has them, number one. And then they are not girls that are going to be left by the wayside.
Oh.
For sure not. You know what I mean? Pops is about to step in on overdrive. So they have, that's one of the good things to look at because they're children losing their parents and have nothing and no one. So they will be able to pick up the pieces. I do believe that.
Right.
I do believe that. And I felt so bad. Just, wow. For the girls.
Yep.
But he's a great dad. Puff's a good dad. He appears to be a really great dad.
To be.
He has all his children together all the time. They're always photoing together. They're always out and about. So there was a relationship there. They had a blended family, and it blended pretty well.
It seems like it.
On the outside looking in.
Right.
But I do see there will be a whole lot of changes because if Kim is not here, I do believe that she, had a lot of influence with her family. And I just think it's going to be a trickle-down effect. But hopefully, everything will pan out for everyone involved. And, hats off to Puff for being a good dad. Or who is he, Mr. Love now?
P. Diddy.
No, he changed his name. He recently changed his name. Yes, I think to Mr. Love or something of that nature. Okay.
I have no idea. But we need to tackle this issue. The holidays are coming up. I got my son here, Aiden.
All right.
No school today. Next week, everybody's off. So I'm going to have a full house.
It's going to be awesome.
Week. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So he got a chance to hang out with his mom this morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and so what's the holiday issue we have to attack?
The food, the eating, the excessive eating, the overeating. I always overeat during the holidays.
No, we're not going to. I'm not going to.
But my dressing, though, and my sweet potato pie.
Well, I can throw down a mean sweet potato pie. But the cool part about that is that I never even get to eat it.
I was trying to brag now.
I just said just a little bit. I can throw down a little bit on the sweet potato pie. And, because we did have Patti LaBelle up there, no disrespect to her. We did, someone had brought Patti LaBelle pies, and I had pies, and I'm just proud to say that all my pies were eaten.
And Patty left sitting there. No, I mean, the same thing in my house.
I felt kind of some kind
we
of way.
We don't even buy Patty no more. We don't need Patty.
But a banana pudding is out of control.
No, her banana pudding I can't mess with. I'll be honest. She just need to add a little, like, walnuts to it and a little more cookies.
Yes, a little bit more cookies and a little bit more, if
like
you do the walnuts. I mean, everybody got their little particular twist to it. But a banana pudding is killer.
Good.
I won't eat it, but it's definitely good. I've tasted it, and it's awesome.
It's
but
really
that Patty
good.
LaBelle pie, Mama Brenda had her beat. She could sing, but you definitely didn't bake that pie better than me. And I enjoyed that moment.
Okay, me too. I was like, oh, okay.
So it is the holidays, and it is a time of excessive
eating because everybody's cooking. Everybody's in the cooking mood, and you know. When people are coming over, you're gonna cook. You're gonna, you know.
I'm just not going to.
You're not going to cook?
I'm gonna do a little something, but I'm really not gonna stretch out this year because I worked too hard to get this body down to where it is, and it's still not there. And I've already been sliding in and out. So I said I have to stop.
Yeah.
And I cannot let the holidays be an excuse. I have no excuses. Stay focused. Be determined. Have my own due diligence about my weight.
Okay.
Because, you get on and off. Now, I got off. Please don't even misunderstand what I'm saying. And that's why I can come back as powerful as I have to now.
Right. And
because I don't want to be her.
Right.
I want to maintain it and just lose a little bit more. So I will not be
and you know you can do it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's just a mind over matter thing.
It is. But you smell that
But I know
dressing.
for me, I am going to, cook. I am going to eat. But I'm going to work out like every day of the week. Because Amber will be here, so that'll make it easier.
Right.
Amber,
that's awesome.
Amber right.
That's Khadijah. She ran a mile the other day. And so she goes, Mom, when she got down to the last 100 yards of the mile, Khadijah's my daughter. And she said she was so tired and so exhausted that she just wanted to stop. But she said, you know what? In her mind, this is one of those moments. She said in her mind, she was thinking, I ran the 100. This is what I do.
Right.
She said she sprinted the last 100 meters of her mile run and finished it and completed it.
Oh,
so that was
working
with completion and being diligent and just getting it done no matter what. That little story, I was up yesterday.
You got your walk?
Oh, my God. I said, oh, cheapers. But I did it and I completed it. And we got to work with completion and we got to work with due diligence.
Yeah.
And staying focused. The food is going to be good, but a moment on those lips, it becomes a lifetime on these hips. And I just have to say that I don't want that anymore. I'm good. So I'm going to try to fix something to the side that I would eat that won't be so fattening. Okay. Because, I do have the vegetarian and I have a vegan. So the vegan Quaid, I want to say hats off to him and 2 thumbs up. He's been doing really well with his mega vegan truck. Yes, he's doing really, really well. I'm so it's so well, it shouldn't be surprising, but it is that so many people are vegan and so many people appreciate his efforts. And so I'm like, that's awesome. And he puts himself in an area where people really do appreciate his food.
Right.
The vegan. So I'm going to may slide a little vegan this holiday season.
Oh, okay. Let me know how that works for you.
Yes.
You can call me. If it ain't working out, call me.
I can't call you, but I think I want him to make some vegan chili or, you know what I mean?
That we had at Earl's.
Yes.
That's so good.
He has some vegan chili that he made last week that was absolutely delicious.
Oh, okay.
So I think we do have to focus in on eating a little bit more healthier.
We do.
And we have to understand that our traditions, they are wonderful and they are beautiful. And I think for me, it's becoming more of family time than it is being of the food. It's not about the food to me anymore.
And the gifts and all that.
All that. No, it's just about spending that quality time with my family.
Right.
And I think I'm hoping, and I'm really going to push to not indulge in too much of the eating of the wrong foods.
I'm just going to do it one day.
Maybe some mac and cheese.
One day only, and then I'll be straight. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to work it out.
Yeah, we're going to work it out. Today was a day that I wanted to ask some questions.
Okay.
I know. But I think that we do have to start addressing some issues and some things, and that we do need to understand that people are out there. There are situations, there are things that are going on, and I love our conversations, but I just think that we need to move forward into some stuff.
Delving into it, because it's not just us.
It's not just us. It's a whole world out here with things going on.
It's not just us.
And as I was going yesterday, I wanted to say, so I was a little upset because I lost my iPhone. Mm. Then I turned around and I had my Android hooked up. Mm. The same day I had the Android hooked up, I dropped it. It cracked and I could not use it. So I was like, okay, what is going on? So I took a step back, and instead of me being upset about both of the phones, I said, Brenda, what's going on? But it dawned on me that what needed to happen happened, which was I needed to disconnect so that I could reconnect with myself and with my beliefs.
Oh, okay.
I needed to disconnect.
Get rid of that distraction.
I needed to disconnect so that I could reconnect. And through that reconnection, it brought me to the realization of who am I? What is my purpose? What am I focused on? What is actually going on with me? Because things and people can change your path if you allow them.
Right.
And through my journey, it was a one-day journey, but it was like it's something that would take somebody 5 years to get. No, it took me a long time to get some things, but in this journey, it took me just that day to sit back and recognize what is going on in my life and what is my purpose and what is my direction and what do I want. And I was able to read that book in one day. Mm-hmm. If I had my cell phone, that would never have happened.
Right.
Never would have happened. Distraction. Right. I would have completely been involved with a whole bunch of other stuff.
Because I would have been calling you. Couldn't get in touch with you. I was like, what's going on? What?
I was looking for a drive-by.
It's me. Pick up. What?
But sometimes you do have to disconnect to reconnect.
No, that's real. You do.
And I had to reconnect with myself on a lot of different terms and deal with some of my own truths that I had kind of been running from. Mm. And I just said, you know what, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'm not going to deal with that right now. I got it, but I'm not going to deal with it. But the disconnection was good because I think that my belief in God was saying, Brenda, slow down, stop. And I need you to listen, and I need you to pay attention, and I need you to get this lesson. And I need you to reconnect to yourself, and I need you to reconnect with me because you are just doing you.
Right.
Doing me seriously. Okay, so I was like, whoa, it's my conscience talking to me. I think that God talks to our inner self. Mm-hmm. And
I believe that.
So I believe that was a conversation that I needed to calm down and to understand that I have to continue to flourish. I have to continue to become. I have to understand what my path is and not let anything stop me. Anything and no one. And I just had that whole... I just cannot shut down right now. And I was kind of like on, not shut down mode, because I'll never do that, but I was on a mode of maybe doubting myself a little bit. Because we put so much energy and effort into things, and when the rewards are not as great as what you put into it, you start questioning what am I doing. But then at the same time, I had to understand that, oh no, that's not going to happen. Right. I'm not going to question myself. I'm not going to doubt who I am. I know who I am, and I know what my mission is. And let me rewrite it.
Right.
And let me get back on it, and let me make sure I understand that, and the people around me understand that.
Right.
Because I do believe I'm a lioness.
Right.
And I cannot run with hyenas.
Right.
So I have to stay in that form and that mentality and a mindset. But I also ask myself, what is that I want? What are my loyalties? And who can I trust?
What are your loyalties?
I realize that they're to me first. May sound selfish. But I have to be
loyal.
At
the same time, it's not.
I have to be loyal to me,
right.
Not to my children, not to the other person in my life, not to society, not to who I own anything, not to my friends, I have to be loyal to me.
Right.
And once I'm loyal to me, then I could push forward in that positive, progressive mentality. But that loyalty has to start with me.
With you. And I'm glad you said that, because as a mom, of course, like, my loyalty is to my kids. Oh, to this, to that. I'm tired, you get,
it will wear you down and it'll wear you out.
It might sound selfish, but at the same time, it's not.
I used
if
to think
I'm my best, then I can give you my best.
Exactly. And I used to feel that it was selfish for me to think on that level,
Right.
so I would
Because
block it.
I used to think that too. Like, oh, what am I saying?
I would block it, but at this moment, I can no longer block it. I have to deal with that truth.
Right.
I have to be loyal to myself,
Right.
and I have to make sure that I am happy, and I have to make sure that I am living my best life, and I am doing everything in my possible power.
And who's responsible for your happiness?
Me.
Right.
Me. It's nobody
It's no
else.
thing. It's no other person. It has to be you.
It has to be you.
Right.
Nobody can make you happy. That happiness has to come from within yourself. And
right.
that loyalty, you have to be loyal to yourself.
Right.
You know, I've heard all kind of things throughout my life. This is it. We're together.
Right.
This is what
Right.
No.
Right.
Is Brenda happy? Am I moving in the right direction? Because every time you open up your heart and you allow someone to come in, now you are allowing all their baggage, all their stuff,
dysfunction,
good and bad,
right,
to come in too.
Yep.
No, you got to put that block up, baby. No, you can't come in right now.
Right.
I'm on a meditation moment, and I can't have that because I don't know what you're bringing. So let's go through baggage check.
Right.
Let's see what
That's
you're doing.
very important.
Yes, and on that note, I want to say to all young ladies, when you are entering into a relationship with anybody, understand their background, get their history, know what you're dealing with, know who they are, know where they come from, and that will kind of give you a little bit about who they are, because we don't understand the history of an individual and the makeup of that individual and how that will affect us once we open up that door and let them in. Because we're looking at that outside vision of, oh, you got to drive a 500, oh, you got money, or this and that. No, baby, do the research.
Right.
Because that research will tell you more than that 500 Mercedes.
Because it's a lot of damaged people.
A lot of damaged people. And I want to say on the damaging part that people can leave the relationships, but they leave scars. They leave you scarred.
They leave you scarred.
And you don't want, it takes some real good brand of cocoa butter to heal that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But we have to start healing ourselves within from whatever scars that are bringing. What are you loyal to?
I'm loyal to, like you, myself, and of course my children. I mean, I'm a mom. I'm still going to hold on to that. But I'm just, myself.
And then I ask myself, what do I want?
What do you want?
Which part? Spiritually, financially, personally? No, I just broke it down to all those things. And spiritually, I would like to be a little bit more educated and have my relationship with God.
I like to have a stronger relationship.
And understand the power of the universe.
Right.
Understand the power of the universe. It's moving. And if a whole universe can move, I can move. Spiritually, I want to be closer connected. Right. Personally, I want to be in a fulfilling, completely happy relationship. Completely for me. I want to be in a completely fulfilling, happy relationship. I want somebody to love me in the same manner in which I love them.
Which is hard to find.
Yes, but if you can't give that to me, then I need to say bye.
Right.
And I don't care who it is.
Right.
And I'm talking about, when I say relationships, I'm talking about your personal lover, your husband. I'm talking about your children.
Neighbors,
I'm talking about your friends.
whoever.
Anybody that you encounter, if they are not loving you and giving you what you give them, you need to exit. You need to exit and say, I love you, but I can't.
I love you enough to let you go.
All that part of it. You need to really be able to do that. Right. And that's very hard. It's very difficult.
Not really. Cry and get it over with.
I love your attitude. I love that nonchalant attitude. For me, it's not. For me, it's a little bit more harder because I've built a relationship and I've gave my love. And for me, I want it back. Give it back. I got to get it back. I can't lose. You know what I mean? But I also learned that is not always the best attitude or mentality to have either, because you can hurt yourself in trying to make sure that you get what you gave back.
Right.
So now it's just, I'm on your tip. You get cut quick.
Yeah, cry and get it over.
I'm over it. I don't even want to cry no more.
I'm a Pisces. That's what we do.
I want to let it go. And I have to ask myself, who do I trust?
Who do you trust?
Who do I trust?
And how long does it take you to build that trust? That's, you know what I mean?
Who do you trust? Because every time you put your life in someone else's hands, or you put your heart in someone else's hand, what I've learned is that they don't understand how to handle your heart.
How serious that is. Like, this is so important.
They don't understand how to handle your heart. They may understand how to handle their heart, but they don't understand how to handle your heart and what it takes to handle mine.
Right.
So I trust myself. I trust God, and I trust me. And I'm on that level now. At this point, I'm there. I know. I mean, I trust as far as matters of that. Friendship is a whole different thing, and there's a few people I'm on that level with too.
You ain't gonna tell on yourself. You're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hurt yourself.
Definitely not going to tell.
You're gonna look out for yourself.
I'm gonna do everything singly by myself. Right. No one can tell but me.
Even if you're doing something right or wrong, do it by yourself.
I do it by myself because I need to be able to move like that.
Right.
But I don't want to sound so just cut offish, like where I'm just that mean type of person. But I'm learning how to be to love myself and understand the importance of who I am and the beauty of who I am.
That lioness mentality.
Because and now I'm really, it's roaring. She's all deep down inside of me.
I'm starting to roar too, and it's scary. It's scary.
Oh my God,
but at the same time, it's very necessary.
It is so necessary, and I just wish young women would not wait to get older to figure out some things. You have to make moves while you're young. I mean, you can make them at any time, because who was it? The Kentucky Fried Chicken dude? He didn't get really popping until he was 60.
Yeah.
He didn't, his recipe and stuff.
He's a man.
Yeah, but his recipe and stuff didn't happen until he was 60. Right. So life can happen and change at any given moment, any time. Some good things can happen. It's no time limit. But the earlier you do know yourself, the earlier you trust yourself, the earlier your loyalties are to you, and the earlier you know what you want, the earlier you'll see your big smile and your progress and moving forward.
And on that note, we're going to go to break. We'll be back.
Okay, awesome. The Ladies' Room, live, Morris Media.
Good. Kunta.
Hi, welcome back.
Good.
Ladies' room. And
All right, let's go.
We're here with Morris Media. Sorry, that's okay. We're here with Morris Media Live, and we are in the ladies' room, and we have our guest.
Our guest, Abdul, the fitness trainer.
Yes, fitness trainer.
And
the energy drink
of the Kunta Warrior energy drink.
Kunta Warrior energy drink. Yeah, that's the product I have here.
Okay, so he brought it today. Okay.
Yes.
He brought a little bit of the energy drink with them. So Kim's really going to be a real warrior today, and she's going to test it out and let me know how it tastes.
First of all, I didn't eat breakfast.
You ate breakfast. You had breakfast right this morning? Yes, you did. Tell me.
It is very funny, but yeah.
Okay. No, it's funny. It's an inside joke between Kim and I.
No, it's a joke. Yeah.
It's a joke.
Great.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Can you tell us what products you have inside the energy drink and what is it supposed to do for you?
It's more like a herbal stuff from matcha, B12s and amino acids are also good for your blood flow and also for focus and your energy level. That's very important to have a good energy level every day.
Okay, how do you determine what your energy level should be every day? Because with different weights, different sizes of people, would the energy level be different for each individual, or is there a certain set number or stat that it's supposed to be?
Well, every individual is different. It just depends on how they start their day in the morning and their workout routine.
So how should they start the day?
You start your day with a smoothie, get yourself some almond milk, bananas,
kale,
a smoothie,
strawberries, blueberries,
boiled eggs, 2 eggs aside.
Do we eat the middle of the egg?
You can always eat the egg whites, mostly better. The yellow, you can take maybe one yellow.
That's what I do. I eat one and then I discard the other one.
That's how I eat it usually. Then later on, you start drinking this before a workout.
Now, could children also drink this, or teens?
Good question. For kids, I would not recommend too much of it because adults need it more. But the kids already have a lot of energy. So, when you get to a certain age as an adult, you need always energy because especially when you work, you go to your regular job, and you need some extra energy for the gym and everything. You need some type of healthy energy.
Okay,
that's important.
That's very important. Kids, you could give them something else, but for sure they don't need that what I have right now here.
Okay, now will we take that daily?
You could take it every day. It could be a daily base because it's also good for your skin, good for healthy skin cells also.
Okay.
Yeah.
The skin.
Matcha is a very good tea especially for your skin.
That's
it
what
has
we drink
matcha in it.
In the morning, we drink matcha.
It's amazing. It has so many antioxidants in it. And
that sounds
definitely recommend that to everybody.
Matcha.
And you get the antibiotics from. I meant to say
antitoxins.
Antioxidants.
You can get antioxidants. You can get that from blueberries too, right?
Yeah, blueberries.
But how many blueberries do you have to eat?
Well, how many are in the drink?
There's no blueberry. Well, and it has like the royal jelly, honey in it.
Oh, okay.
Royal jelly is honey, but it's like a higher quality.
Right.
Comes from the queen itself.
The queen
bee.
The queen bee, yeah.
All right.
Ginseng has.
I'm all in there.
It has ginseng too. Ginseng is good also for men and women. It's also.
No, it has the queen bee in there. I'm all in there.
Right. Get your glass.
Okay, so it's going to boost our energy level.
Yeah, you will feel hyper, but happily. Like not hyper, like crazy, but you will be smooth. Like you have like a smooth energy in.
What if you have high blood pressure? How does that affect you?
No, actually, it doesn't affect someone with high blood pressure because the antioxidants in it does not give that effect for someone that has high blood pressure. Actually, it helps people with high blood pressure as well.
So it doesn't speed up your heart.
No,
your heart rate.
Not like that.
There's a lot of energy
because it's
too.
supernatural. It's just,
so every product in there.
So
is
no
natural.
caffeine. No caffeine.
The caffeine is very little, but this is as an ancient product. In the age, like Back in Asia, they take the royal jelly, the ginseng, the matcha. Those are good for people that do martial arts.
Okay.
And it's also healthy for brain focus. You need
brain focus.
Brain focus.
Pour
It's
it.
very important, you know.
Pour me a little bit. I'll try it.
Okay.
Brain
Make
focus.
sure you shake it.
You got me with that one.
Shake it up.
Brain
Okay.
focus is the number one thing you need.
No,
Brain
we
focus.
need that. No, seriously, I'm in
You
the
don't have brain focus?
Now, how much of it do you have to drink every day to have brain focus?
16. Well, I take 16 ounces, but this
16
is,
ounces?
Well, 16 ounce of bottle.
What'd you say?
Like the
16-ounce bottle.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
16 ounces.
Now, how
pour
do
a
we
little
get
bit in
this
there.
fresh every day? How do we get it?
If you mix it every day like this, the way I do it, it's,
Oh, you
it
said
keeps
a
it
mix.
fresh. It's
Okay.
fresh like that.
Okay.
But when you get another product in the market, like, you know, in the fridge,
They put the
it's not as
preservatives in
fresh.
it, right.
It says no preservative, but that's bullcrap.
Right.
There is
Because
preservative in it.
they
Okay,
need
have to
shelf
preserve-
life.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if this
Right.
stays in the fridge for a while, it won't be fresh anymore.
What would you consider a wow?
like a couple of days?
Couple
Okay,
of
that's
days.
enough. That's enough. Okay.
And you want to try too?
No, thank you. I have allergies. I have food allergies.
Allergies
I do.
with what?
With just things.
Things.
Different foods. Because sometimes tea.
How you like it?
It's different. It's I could see that you could get adjusted to it. It's not a bad taste.
No, it's not a bad
taste
taste.
like?
Good. It
What does
tastes
it
pretty
taste
good.
like?
Plant.
It
Like a
tastes
plant.
pretty good. It does taste pretty good.
Like a plant, you said?
Yeah,
Kim,
plant.
take a shot.
Plant-based.
No, but you
There.
know I have-
I don't want to hear that. That's
You know I have allergies.
all on air.
I have allergies.
Kim,
You know, but you
But
know.
what are you
stop
allergic to?
it. Take a
But you have
shot.
to be-
Give her a little corner.
No.
Just taste it.
What are you allergic to? Peanuts?
Peanuts.
Okay, there's no peanuts in this.
I know that, but it's like sometimes a matcha, and you know this.
You're
Make
allergic to
it makes
matcha?
my throat itch. Yeah, it makes my throat itch.
Did you try it before?
Yeah,
Just take a
matcha.
corner.
Yeah,
It's really good. It really is. I wouldn't
Okay,
even tell you to taste it.
I take your.
No,
word.
taste it because you can't put me on the block by
You can just have it like a little sip. It's not gonna.
Sure.
Okay, thank
You
you
know,
so
a
much.
very small sip, just to make it more, you know.
That's enough.
That's
And I'm gonna drink it towards the end in case my throat starts itching. I'm gonna taste it. I am. Trust me. Okay, so I had a question. Should I stretch before or after a workout?
Before a workout, always stretch. You want to make sure your blood runs in your knees. And you know what I always notice when I go to the gym? Anytime I see people just take their ropes, they jump in at that.
Right away.
Wrong. You need to stretch before doing this because that's all the workout. They say, oh, no, I'm warming up. No, you're not really warming up. You're really doing an actual workout because you're working your whole
Your
body.
body.
So you need to stretch, first of all, especially your knees. Always make sure you put it straight and just turn it,
So should you stretch before you walk? If you're walking, should you stretch?
I mean, to be honest with you, stretching every day is good before doing anything.
Okay, so that's
Stretch your body.
Stretch
your body.
Almost
Okay.
like a yoga, but if you wake up, you stretch everything before doing anything.
Having sex too, you stretch.
Well, no. Well, I mean, the morning starting is always a stretch. That's what I think.
Okay,
whether
so-
it's sex or not.
I'm just asking for a friend.
That's a good question, though.
Right,
Because
right.
if you have sex in the morning, so yeah, you need to stretch.
You need to stretch.
You need
yeah.
to stretch.
So you don't pull any muscle anyway.
Right.
You need to be as limber as possible
Yes.
in that activity. Okay, that's
Stretching
good.
is very,
okay.
very important,
I mean,
yes.
it tastes pretty good, to be honest with you. I was kind of like, ooh, no, not one, two. But it does have a certain taste to it.
Yeah, it's like it has a medicine taste, but
don't taste
it's
like-
really it has a lot of stuff.
It
that you
tastes.
need.
It tastes pretty cool. For real, seriously, I've had energy drinks and power drinks, and this one is It's one of the best tastes. So it's a good
cool.
taste. It's not a bad.
No,
taste.
just be honest.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I didn't
No,
like
she
it, I
didn't
told
like
you.
it. She will let you know.
No, I
Okay.
would've
She will let
You
you
can
know.
tell me. I mean, we're in the air.
Yeah.
I'm definitely would tell you. Okay,
Oh, okay.
that's why I have you here because we want truth. We want our people to get better. We want them to be healthier. We want
For
them
sure.
to understand the importance of exercise, the importance of the energy drink. It is important. So now we're gonna let you tell us a little bit more about your teach aerobics. And
Yeah, aerobic, it's like an aerobic jump rope. It's with kickboxing and Tai Chi. What we do is we stretch first, Then we do the jump rope for at least 20 minutes or half an hour. Then we do kickboxing, legs, punches, do the stomach all together.
That's what I want to do.
Then after that,
Kickboxing.
we finish with the Tai Chi because Tai Chi is also a good way to relax and end your workout.
What is Tai Chi?
Tai Chi is another type of meditation. They use it in Thailand. It's also pretty good for your, mind, soul. But
And we need that.
But it's a good way to end your workout. I recommend to end your workout with a little tai chi, just to keep your muscle flow relaxed. Mm-hmm. Like Taibo. That's what they do also. You do the kickboxing, then you finish it. You finish it with a tai.
With the tai. Okay. I also want to ask you now, for the aerobics and the exercising, is there an age limit for, can a 65-year-old lady come in and kickbox?
Oh, yeah. There is even older than that. But it just depends on your doctor's and your history of medical. If you tell me you have like asthma, or if you have like a bad stroke and all that, you have to show me your medication you're taking. So then maybe I could take it easy. Usually I would ask them also, what's your medical history? How was your doctor? How often do you see a doctor, Okay.
Are you a mobile aerobic instructor, or you have a
I do it mostly outdoors.
Oh, okay, like at the park.
And then if I could get a contract from the gym, I could do it too, but on my own time. But privately, I do it as well, outside.
Outside. So like at a park.
At a park, or people's backyard,
Okay.
And can you give the people information on how to contact you if they want to utilize you as their personal trainer?
They could always contact me from, this is the card I have here, but it's
Give us a
small.
number.
But the number is 818-310-7897. Let me repeat again, 818-310-7897.
Okay, and that's the contact information to make sure that if they want to get into some of that Taibo.
For sure,
or kickboxing.
And
or order the drink.
Yeah, the kickboxing is really terrific.
That's it. I'm going to start.
Yeah, no, that's what I always really want to do.
Well, it's by the house, too.
Is it?
Where Chase goes boxing, they have kickboxing.
Okay.
So I'm going to sign up tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
People always say jump ropes are expensive. It just depends on which products. This product called the Rush Athletic Rope. Mayweather uses this rope. It's a good rope. Made in England. Most of the products that's always made in England are always tough. They're strong and everything. But this one is like $16. You're going to find that only online, never in the stores. You could adjust it, you see. You could adjust it for any height. Oh. If you're 5 feet, adjust it to 5 feet. It has to be all, with your shoulders.
Okay.
That's now, awesome. If you want to get more strength, that's on you. You can get this rope. It's cross rope, but it's heavy. This one, you see how heavy it is?
Yeah, this one is.
If you want to just gain more strength and everything, you could do that, but just go with the light. The light one is good for beginners, and if you want speed, if you want tricks, I recommend a Rush Athletic Rope. It's cheap, and it lasts longer, and you can adjust it for any height.
Okay, so then our first order of business in the morning would be for our meditation, then our stretching, and then we jump.
We stretch first.
Stretch.
Stretch first, jump rope. Mm-hmm. Then you do kickboxing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want to do.
And then Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
So then you meditate, like calm yourself down or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Stretching is what's the first thing you need. That's before any injuries, especially the injury starts in.
Okay, so
how important is it to do after? Because I was told, in order for you not to get sore after working out, you would stretch after you work out.
Wrong. You need to stretch before you do anything.
Before, not
because
after.
You could really mess up anything in your knees and your shoulders, especially if you're just jumping in. It doesn't work like that. The body has to be stretched so you can get all the, the things.
So how do you avoid being sore after a workout?
You're always going to be sore because if you're not getting any results, it's like okay, if you're not sore, it means that you're not doing anything.
Oh, so I've been doing my job.
Yeah,
okay.
You're not doing not much.
Okay.
You're just playing around mostly.
Right. I'm sore, so I'm doing my job.
Yes. So you have to be sore in the way you're supposed to be. The muscles have to be sore for sure.
I thought I had to stretch.
The legs, everything.
Okay. Now, if you have specific areas that you would like to work on, like stomach, waist, what do you recommend for that?
You could do it while the aerobic, like after while you're doing your jump rope, you could also lift your leg up, left and right. It helps also the sides and the stomach also. It helps the stomach to go down. Then you after you finish that, you could do kickboxing, crunches. That helps too. Plunge, I was gonna say like a push-up, but you keep your hands, like this.
So on your arms.
Your arms, and it keeps the stomach thin.
Well, I heard planks was the best way. That's what I've been doing, planks.
Planks are amazing, really.
I hate them, but
they work. You can do it like
sore.
You do it like 45 seconds. Stop 15 seconds.
What is a plank? I'm not familiar with that.
I will show you, but
can you show me?
Well, I think.
Or you can just explain it.
It's because the camera is not really.
Okay.
you have to go on the floor like as if you're doing push-up, but instead of going like this,
you're on your, but it hurts. Like it really, really hurts. The longer
you have to keep
the
your
longer
back straight, like like really straight and everything.
Okay, all right, planks.
Let's look it up. Google
Planks
it.
are
Google it.
very, very.
Google a plank.
There it is.
And
They
then
are
another
good.
one that I was told was the burpees. I hate burpees. You jump and
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I know.
But that's good for your abs.
It's
and
good
that's
for your chest. Almost good at everything.
For women,
but that also, when you do that, you could also injure yourself.
Yeah, I know, my ankle.
Here, you can injure yourself here. It happened to me years ago when I'm not really stretching properly, and I was doing that. Oh man, injury right there.
Really?
Why? Because I'm not stretching.
So
See, I learned from injuries.
Gotta stretch.
From my injuries, I learned from it, and I recommend someone else to say, do it better this time.
Oh no, that's awesome. And so, with every exercise concept and thought and doing, you must stretch.
Yes.
Right.
You must
Before
stretch.
you do anything,
Before
stretch.
you even get started, stretch.
Yeah.
Now, with your training program, do you include a meal plan? Because you know how everybody's meal plan.
Oh yeah. Meal plan is also it's something I can show you what to do. Make
Okay.
sure you eat your carbs, not too much carbs. You need more protein in your diet.
Okay, so
And eating late at night is the wrong thing,
Right.
especially after 8 o'clock.
Right.
Start eating heavy food, not good. Your stomach is already slow; it's not gonna digest properly. That's what I recommend. Just be
Right.
careful how you eat.
so should
It's the nighttime is the worst. It's
the
before
worst
you go to
time.
sleep.
Yeah.
And what
You need walnuts. You need fruits. Eat that
Right.
if you're hungry in the
I
nighttime.
okay, so we said walnuts, but I read this book once that said that the nuts, any form of nuts, is really not good for human consumption. That they were actually created for animals, and it's hard for your body to break them down and digest them. Now, I'm not. That was just I read that.
Okay.
So, what's the take on that? Nuts are
Walnuts
good. 'cause it has a
are
protein?
are high in magnesium. Actually,
supposed to be
they
good for your
are
heart.
supposed to be good for you.
For your heart.
Almonds are pretty good. Actually, almonds are one of the most expensive ones to start with. Almonds are good. Brazilian walnuts also are good, but you can mix them when people cannot really digest them. You mix them in a blender, especially with almond milk.
Right.
It really helps. Actually, I feel great with those. They give me a lot of strength.
Okay.
In my opinion, they're also
it's
good to lose weight. Also,
Okay,
they're fattening, but they're good fat.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You can even mix avocado in your
with the-
smoothie.
Okay,
I
so
do
did you
that.
just say mix the nuts in the blender with some avocado and create a smoothie?
And banana. Okay,
And,
banana.
Or
almond milk.
apple to make it sweet.
Yeah, if you wanna. Everybody's tongue is different. In their,
Right, right.
Okay,
Some
so
people have different flavors. How do you want to?
Let me rewind for
Yeah.
a second here. So what you said was to mix the nuts with avocado, almond milk, and a banana, and we have a smoothie.
Yeah, you can make it sweeter with some honey. You can add like our organic honey to it.
Okay, so organic honey. Okay, and
honey.
we have a smoothie.
Yes, and
And then that can be our morning smoothie.
Yeah, you can even add chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds.
Yeah,
come
hemp
from
seeds are
cannabis.
better. I like hemp.
It's also good for you.
Okay.
You
They're
won't get high.
actually hemp seeds are actually more powerful than the chia
Right.
seeds. That's what I heard.
Okay. All right.
You're not going to
That-
get high.
No, you don't, because there's no THC in the hemp seeds, which you don't need that.
Didn't
Right,
even cross
right.
my
Oh,
mind.
another thing people need to go get CBD water. CBD water is a cannabis type, but
Right.
in water, but there's no THC, which is very
Right,
good
right.
after workouts. Not
Okay.
people tell you, oh, you could also
Somebody
work out.
gave me a little
What?
bottle about 6
What's the
ounces
name of the
or
water
something.
again?
CBD water. They're kind of
cannabis water.
The
Oh,
cannabis
cannabis
water,
water,
but
okay.
they're expensive.
It says it
Actually,
has healing properties in it, correct?
since
Electrolytes
yeah, it has that too, but it's also better after workout.
after workout.
So after the
should you
workout.
drink water
Because it relaxes you, kind of.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to be relaxed. The thing is, you want to be relaxed after
after
your
workout?
workout.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely. So should the water? Should you drink water with electrolytes in it?
What do you mean, like when before you
Just
work out?
period.
No, just drink regular water.
Okay.
Regular
water.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah,
Regular water.
Yeah.
So distilled or spring?
Well,
'Cause some people say distilled. I thought it was
the best
spring.
water there is. Get the good
I think
quality
it's
water.
spring. I think it's spring. But some people
They're
say
all good. I
distilled.
mean, as long as they're clean, just get regular
Okay.
clean
So
water.
don't go to
you know?
Flint.
Don't kill yourself.
Wow.
But let me tell you something. CBD waters are not easy to find. Let me tell you.
no, it's not.
Since even though the weed is legal, they say there's like a lot of weed shops,
Right.
but CBD waters are very hard to find. You have to look for a specific spot that probably have it. It could be $10. It could be
Okay.
$6.
Oh,
It's
okay.
expensive.
That's good. No, so is there a difference from water in the plastic and water in a box?
Or in a glass?
Oh, the box water, because they have this new box water.
Box water? I mean, what do you mean,
in
like
a box.
plastic?
No, it's in a box, not a plastic.
Okay.
Is there?
All
Like
I know
the-
is plastic bottles are okay if they're not heated by the sun.
Right.
If they're heated, then it's bad.
Okay.
Make sure they are in
That's
a
good
good
to
place.
know.
Yeah, because once they're heated by the sun,
It's like a chemical
not-
releases
The chemical
in the-
releases, yes.
in the
Make
water.
sure your bottles are not hot.
Okay,
by the
that's
sun.
good information to know.
Yes.
Well, I just want to say it's been such a pleasure having you back, and hopefully,
I have one quick question.
Okay.
Because the holidays are approaching.
Ah, yeah, yes,
Thanksgiving.
yes.
What advice would you give our listeners to, as far as like overindulging and Thanksgiving dinner?
Thanksgiving, you mean like
Just overeating. Because, the holidays are coming up. So
yeah,
what advice would you give them?
look, people get overweight on the holidays, which is okay. But once in a while, if you want to enjoy yourself, I'm saying you can't be in prison.
One day.
Go enjoy yourself. You can eat cake, you can
Right.
eat all this sugars, but not every day. But on a special day like Thanksgiving Day,
Which I'm
right?
going to do.
you don't
And so
think
just
that's,
fine.
you don't think that's
That's
going to kick it off and make you just
no,
have a desire
because
for it?
because Amber's
Which is
here.
fine.
Amber, my daughter will be here.
But I'm just saying that once
One
you start,
day.
once you indulge in it, like anything else, when you get off of your program, it's hard to get back
true.
on. And once you indulge in something,
Just don't eat too much.
My
period.
mind is strong. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat, but my mind is so strong right at this point. I'm just saying, like, what workout would you suggest? Like, just go hit it hard the next day. That morning,
Hit it hard with a cardio.
And I'm doing kickboxing, so right,
Kickboxing.
right.
yeah,
Kickboxing's
I
perfect.
believe you.
No, I believe
I-
you.
I
And I know you're gonna hold me to it. So
I
I'm just
believe you
saying.
because I already know that if you said it, you're going to do it,
I'm
and
gonna
it's
do
going to
it.
happen.
Add jump rope to it, definitely. You
Oh
would do
yeah,
jump
jump
rope.
rope. We
The
got
Before
to.
doing kickboxing, do a jump rope with it.
That's what we got to do. We
Get
got to
your
incorporate
heart
that
running.
Yes.
every day because
Every
it's
day.
good for your legs too, right?
Very extremely
Definitely.
great. And when you
Okay,
do jump ropes, make sure that the floor is good. Wooden
Solid
floor.
wooden floor,
Oh,
not
wooden
on the
floor.
cement.
Solid is bad.
Not on the cement. What about the reduction?
Not
in,
cement.
The cement, yeah.
Okay, now what about if you just real quickly, if you want to reduce like your thighs?
The thighs. Do a lot of squats. You could do it by
Squats?
the aerobics. We do a lot of squatting.
Okay,
Squatting
the
is very
squatting,
good. Yeah.
okay. Now what about the water aerobics? Are you into that as well?
The what is it?
Water. In the
Water
pool.
aerobics.
Water aerobics in the swimming pool.
Oh yeah, that's good, but you need a swimming pool. You need
Okay,
a
yeah,
pool.
no, I'm just asking, I got you.
But that's good too.
Yeah, okay.
I don't teach much that, but yeah, you need a swimming pool.
Okay.
And you need a
so
specialist for that.
What is the last thing you want to say? Because we're about to wrap it up.
Last thing I could say is you need to keep your lifestyle healthy because we're living in a very much on a obese country who has so much bad stuff, bad choices, good choices, but people choose sometimes the bad choice because it attracts. Everything that's bad, it attracts also the people.
Okay.
You just have to be wise and say, okay, I got to keep myself healthy. I mean, this is
Right.
ridiculous.
And this day and this time we do.
What's the point of being unhealthy? You have to keep your life happier. Happier is the
And
best
healthy.
way.
Okay.
That's
Right.
the point, yes.
Well,
Totally
thank you so much for
appreciate
joining us
Thank you.
today, Abdul.
Okay.
Look forward
Oh,
to
my God. Such a great-
looking forward to getting more tips from you. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
It's wonderful.
And as always, have a great weekend. Thank you for joining the ladies' room with
Morris
your girl
Media-
KB
and
and
Brenda. We're live.
Happy
Morris
holidays,
Media.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.